We all fall down like toy soldiers. Targeted individuals reading Richard the Urban Warlock. All right, so I'm going to start with that actually. So we all fall down like toy soldiers. This isn't the collective. This is the people around you after you. So we've got King of Wands, Three of Pentacles. Okay, so King of Wands. So this, you've done or said something. You've taken control of a situation. Okay, and it has something to do with something that you've been working towards. These people around you, they didn't expect to for you to do this. Now, what I've got in my mind is it's like I've got personally, they've got like a not a religious dog collar, but an actual dog collar and a lead, and I can see a group, and it's like they're holding on to this person with this dog collar on. It's not supposed to be kinky, and it's almost like they think that they've got control. But the collar's too loose and you've slipped out. You've done something, you've shifted something, you've changed something, and it's caught them off guard. Okay. Sun card in the reverse. They've been trying to stop your abundance. They've been trying to stop your sun card. Ten of Cups, Lord of perfected success. Right, you've done this perfectly, and you're going on to greater abundance and happier times. Okay, they got cocky. They thought they'd outsmarted you, and they thought that you'd need them. Okay, the plan was for you to get into some kind of desperate energy because they think that your choices are limited. Now, your choices might be limited, but you've removed the fear. Okay, you have faith and belief and knowing in who you are, and you have full trust and faith in Source. That Source has got you back. Okay. What they don't realize is that because of your removal, because you've walked away, because you've shifted something, made a change, that divine protection that comes with you has now gone. Okay. And sadly, people don't seem to realize that when you're in the presence or the energy of somebody with divine protection, it does kind of radiate off you and give those around you a certain amount of support and protection as well. And when you remove yourself from a situation, from a room that you're no longer welcomed in, that divine protection is removed as well. And then what I can see in my mind is it's like I've got some people stood in a darkened room, and then it's like it's like somebody's switching a dimmer switch off, and as the light goes further down, they're stood there huddled, and then there's these like black eyes and not black eyes, sorry, red eyes, black silhouettes of like wolf type heads, and it's like they're coming in and down on these people. Okay, they made their choice, they made a mistake, they got greedy. Okay. So Ace of Cups, Lord of the Root of the Power of Waters, and Nine of Cups, Lord of Material Happiness. Right. So I want to say that this latest situation was the linchpin, because there were too many people involved in this situation who either knowingly or unknowingly were not only siphoning your energy, but some of them knew and could sense and felt like you were going on to great success. Okay, and they attempted to try and so for some of them have been trying to kind of steal that success, but for the majority, because you've already clocked them, because you're already onto them, they were trying to bring you down. Right, so Temperance card and then the Magician as well. Okay, so with the Temperance card on the Hermetic deck, you've got the Temperance Angel, and she's pouring it was about lightning and water into a big kind of cauldron, and then the Magician's obviously the magician, magic. I feel like this collective's done some kind of magic or energy manipulation. So I'm talking about things like return to sender, etc., etc., to stop this collective to break free. Okay. So we've got the Six of Cups in the reverse, Lord of Pleasure, so in the reverse. We've got the High Priestess in the reverse position, the Priestess of the Silver Star, and then we've got the Moon card in the reverse, Ruler of Flux and Reflux. what this feels like is this is confirmation for me that they were trying to stop what you're owed. They were trying to stop this kind of emotional joy and pleasure that you're due. Now, with the High Priestess in the reverse position, I'd normally say it's about not following intuition, yada yada yada. I feel it's a bit of twofold here. I feel like number one, these people have been using dark magic against you. Number two, I feel like because the High Priestess is in the reverse position, that magical ability, that tapped in psychic ability that they've had is being removed. Okay. With the Moon card in the reverse, you're going to start getting some clarity and answers. And it's got something to do with this. 8 of Cups, Lord of Abandoned Success. Okay. It feels like, so if like me, that you're damn hard worker, you're plugging away, you trying to make things a success. This energy that you've been in and around has been putting those blocks on. Okay. So if you've had a project that's been kind of sat on the back burner for a while, it's almost like it's going to get released. Okay. And then I've got confirmation there, Lord of Loss in Pleasure, 5 of Cups, and that for me is just the confirmation of siphoning card, because we've got the inverted pentagram, siphoning out that center cup. So yeah, so there's good times coming for this collective. I feel like something's unlocking. I want to say over the next couple of days, week or so, because the thing is, when people have been put a lot of magical blocks and stuff like that on you, it does take time for the energy, you know, much like when you're manifesting, you don't just manifest it and it's there. It takes time to kind of formulate and come in. And it feels like over the next couple of days, week or so, things are going to start unlocking. And then what I've got in my mind, it's a bit like the one of the vault doors in Gringotts in Harry Potter, and there's like all these, you know, it's quite a complex locking system, and it's all starting to kind of unlock. So let's get some other clues with what's the T. Any other advice that we might need? I've got no jumpers, not playing ball. So unbothered. Okay, I feel that's what's being advised. No, I was going to say I think that's what you're being advised. Yeah, I'm going to go that way. It's a little bit of double sword energy. So I feel like this collective isn't overly bothered about this decision that they've made. And I think that you're going about it and kind of going, you know, I'm not really bothered about it, because it's true. I feel from the other side of the fence, despite this karma starting to come in and hit, they're pretending they're unbothered. Moves in silence. Okay, so yeah, try and keep things moving forwards on the QT. Don't be talking about your plans and movements moving forwards with things, okay? Because these people are on the way to bad karma, okay? And it's almost like if you start telling people what you're doing, what you're up to, the flying monkeys are going to start getting involved. So just keep plans quiet. It's time to dust it off. Dust off that crusty, dusty energy that's been around you. I want to say that you owe nobody. You owe nobody. Okay, fake accounts, lurking on your socials, hidden identity, can't stop watching you. So they've got into this kind of almost obsessed. What they're doing, what they're going to, you know, what they're going to say, blah blah blah. Threatening, power plays, controlling presence. You feel unsafe. I don't feel that's you. I feel that's them. I feel like that they've been sent in after manipulation by some dark energy to try and stop you. And because it's not worked, the devil's come in to take payment. So yeah, dust it off. This collective, one more, is just be wary. They might come in trying to smooch your bum. Yeah, just be mindful as you move forwards. Love triangle, third party involved, torn between multiple lovers. I think that's them. It doesn't have to be actual love based. No facts, all vibes, no receipts, talking nonsense, messy storyteller. Okay, this person or this collective, they've got themselves into a tangle, a bind now, because you've removed yourself. And what I've got is I've got somebody taking a chess piece off the board. It's you've taken yourself off the board, and when the queen is removed, the army falls. So you've got nothing to worry about. If you want a private TI reading, you know where to go. If you haven't recorded one, TI1, 5 slots available daily. Get them in.